Just recently in anime, Luffy completely unlocked his Devil Fruit capacity and also learned Ryu, as well as Conqueror's Haki usage, which enabled him to conquer and overpower enough the Yonko King of the Beast Kaido. Now, let's talk about our top 5 strongest Luffy Gear 5 techniques. Our number 5 on the list, the Gomu Gomu no Fusen. Note that in Luffy's Gear 3 technique, he inflates himself and becomes very buoyant, just like a balloon. This is its Gear 5 version, and this is one of the very first techniques that we saw that he utilized against Kaido in his dragon form. Luffy inflated himself while inside Kaido's stomach, which resulted, of course, severe injuries to Kaido. Our number 4 on the list, the Gomu Gomu no Giant. Note that in Luffy's Gear 3 technique, he makes a part of his body like a giant, for example, an arm or a foot, as part of his signature Gear 3 ability, which also has the strength of a giant as well. Imagine taking this to the next level wherein Luffy can literally and can ridiculously gigantify himself like a size of a real giant. This technique is so ridiculous that he used it to Kaido in his dragon form. Next, our number 3 on the list, the Gomu Gomu no Mogura Pistol. In this technique, Luffy utilizes his power, speed, and control of the environment, which is part of his awakening. In manga, Luffy utilizes this technique against his fight with awakened Rob Lucci in Egghead Island. With the technique, Luffy can just punch anywhere in his environment. Note that in this panel, Luffy just punched the floor. His punch stretches the section of the environment like a rubber as well and strikes his opponent. This is a great technique as the trajectory of his attack becomes very unpredictable and Luffy can easily catch his opponent off guard with it. We love this technique not just because of its power, but it also utilizes Luffy's creativity in combat. Our number 2 on the list, another technique that Luffy used against Rob Lucci in manga is the Gomu Gomu no Dawn Rocket. This is another utilization of Luffy's awakening, the ability to bend his body or extremities as well as his environment. This is so fun that to prepare with the technique, Luffy makes a pair of goggles out of his hair, channels himself, launches, and striking awakened Rob Lucci into the abdomen. We can really gauge and imagine the intensity and power of this technique. We can see in the image that Rob Lucci loses his consciousness after the attack. And lastly, for our number 1 spot, the Gomu Gomu no Byron Gun. Everyone is very familiar with Luffy's Gum Gum King Kong gun, which was used to take down Doflamingo back in Dressrosa and was also used several times against Kaido. However, in Luffy's Gear 5 mode, he can create a colossal fist about the size, if not bigger, than the Onigashima, which is really huge. We can grasp its destructive effect that he even ordered Momonosuke's assistants to move Onigashima away as he was about to unleash the technique, as unleashing the technique while the island is on its way could be very devastating. On top of that, I think Luffy also infused it with both Conqueror's Haki as well as Ryu. For us, this deserves as Luffy's Gear 5 top technique for now, as we've seen this in the manga version that this is the one he utilized against Kaido's strongest technique, Rising Dragon Blazing Bagua. Of note, with Rising Dragon, anything that Kaido touches just vaporizes, just like for example, the horn of the Onigashima, as shown in the manga. In spite of that, Luffy unleashed this, landing a devastating blow against the Yonko Kaido and withstanding Kaido's flaming body at the same time, and therefore securing victory in their final clash. So, that's it for our Luffy's top 5 Gear 5 techniques. Let me know in the comment section about your thoughts regarding Luffy's Gear 5 techniques so far, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care!